Hi, and welcome to day 54 of 365 days of art. You can see not too glamorous this morning. I've just had my cup of coffee, my night braid is still in my hair, but I had a good idea for what I wanted to paint today, so I just wanted to catch up. I did want to show you guys yesterday's painting again because I felt like the photo didn't do it justice. You could turn it a bunch of different ways, but I really loved how this came out. And I also wanted to be clear, since I'm not really doing instructions throughout the week except for Tutorial Tuesday, there's a lot of dry time between each of these steps. The first step was very liquid, fluid paint, and then these globs that I put on here after I taped it were really thick as well. So when you're working in layers like that, just make sure that you let each step dry in between unless you're trying to blend. But if you want those very separate areas and separate lines, make sure that you're letting it dry. You may have seen the two liquid pours that I did earlier and posted pictures of. They're actually two sister pieces. So I wanted to show you kind of where I'm heading with that. I thought I might paint on them on the camera today. I'm still deciding what to do with Sundays, but then I had an idea for this board behind me, so we're gonna do that instead. But just so you can kind of see, this is a preliminary drawing for the dark one. I sketched it on transfer paper first, and again, that's just because I don't like to draw on my canvas and have eraser marks, but that's just if I have a pour for the background first. I haven't really started with a plain canvas, so that's why I don't readily sketch on my canvases. And then you just use transfer paper, and you can transfer it to this, which is really awesome. What you want to use is a little metal ball stylus, and that way you won't rip your paper and you won't rip your canvas. I had to learn that the hard way using a couple of other sharp implements, because if it's too thick, it's not gonna actually transfer it to your painting or whatever it is that you're trying to use the transfer paper for. So just a small little metal ball stylus. I think you can often find them in the clay section of different craft stores. The other one, so you can see, here's the happy one, the one where I super love the pour, it's complete magic. And then I used black. Yeah, you guys still really can't see that, that's how faint that is. But it's good that it's that faint because I don't want to see it in the final painting. All I'm doing is giving myself a guideline of, hey, this is how big I want, these are roughly the proportions that I want, and then I get to go in with my paint and really decide how stylistically I want to paint it and what I want to do. Still really searching for my style, so it's probably the other update from this week. If you're interested, and just a little encouragement, if you haven't found your style yet, keep going. I feel like that's where I'm at. I can do a bunch of different techniques right now, but I haven't really found, what is that unique kind of hallmark thing, and you can tell that I'm the painter that made that. It's hard. The only way to do that, though, is to practice and just keep doing it over and over and over again, even if you're not inspired, because with art, there's definitely a fine balance. I don't think anybody really wants to deny that there are beautiful works that can come out of when the muse strikes and you have that inspiration, you're like, oh my goodness, this is the idea, it's amazing, I can't wait to put it down. And I have a lot of those, but it doesn't do you any good to wait for that inspiration if you can't put it down on the page or on the canvas. And that's why I've started this whole journey of just practicing every day, and I highly encourage you to do that, because even if you're practicing and it's not a masterpiece, and it's not supposed to be because you're practicing your skills, what you're doing is you're developing your talent, you're developing that muscle memory, you're training your eye and color palettes, everything like that. You're building up a whole repertoire so that when inspiration does strike and when you do think of something really amazing, rather than going, I can't draw it, I've never been able to actually put that on canvas, you need to practice so that you can put it on canvas and get all excited that, oh my goodness, I was able to share this image in my head with everyone else and to convey that emotion or idea that I wanted to convey to everyone. I'm not going to be back for the outro. I'm trying something a little different. We're just going to have this pre-blurb of me at the beginning here, and we're gonna finish with the painting today. That's kind of the last thing that I want to touch on before I let you guys go, just to watch the painting and see what we're gonna create, is let me know. I've been trying different themed days. It's very new. I'm gonna try to do it at least for the next couple of weeks. Let me know if you like them or don't like them. That's also part of this journey, other than practicing art, is I want this to be interesting for you guys. Maybe you like a certain day and another day just doesn't make any sense. Like with Silly Saturday, my idea was just to kind of go back to doing art like a kid and have fun, but I kind of do that on other days too. So maybe Saturday could be a chance to do more origami or a different sort of craft, and that could be the kind of Silly Saturday type thing going on. Let me know your thoughts. Otherwise, let's paint.